Okay, we're about to do the last planting of the season, and it's a little late. It's June. I didn't think I'd have to wait this long, but I wasted times with the seeds and the roots, and I killed some plants and so on and so forth. So this is the last thing I'm going to try to get in. Now I got a little bit worried here because I didn't really pay attention to time of the season to plant when I was first exploring. I was trying to figure out what plants to get, what do they need, what'll survive, and so forth and so on. But now, using common sense, I mean, July and August is the worst possible time to plant because it's hot and the roots will get heat stress and things like that. It's much better to plant either in early spring or in September, okay? So when I saw that, I kind of did a Mr. Bill, I went, oh no, but then I looked online and AI basically said, it's okay as long as you keep the roots moist, all right? So here's what I got. Let me grab the tag here. It's called a Toad Lily. Beautiful flower. I mean, it's gorgeous. And it's funny that, if you actually look at it, I'll put it up, but it's actually spelled Tricyrtis, okay? But when I looked up, I guess, and that's the British pronunciation, but I guess in English it's Tricyrtis, even though to me it looks like it's Tricyrtis, okay? So anyway, and I'll tell you what, let's get up to the pit. I'm gonna get these planted, I'll show you what I'm gonna do. Okay, so we're at the pit. I just gave it a deep watering because, we're gonna do the transplant. I mean, I'm not a transplant, I'm gonna plant the new Toad Lilies, all right? And we're gonna let it sit for a while first. So I'll show you, here's what I did. I saved 2 spots here. Now these come in quart pots. They're well established, all right? Now the main thing I have to be careful about is, what I care about in this pit obviously is the perennials. That's what really matters. And here's the hellebore. And it told me I should give that a good 12-inch radius. Yes, I have some impatiens next to it, but that's fine. Those are annuals. They're not gonna be here next year, and I'll put them in spots that I need to fill in. So this is where I think I'm gonna do it, okay? I've got one, I'm gonna do one over here, and it also said it's better to get it away from the hellebore and a little bit closer to the euchera, which I love, by the way. So I'm gonna put it here because this isn't gonna be invasive with the roots or anything. I also want one so people can see it. So it's gonna be by the front here, back behind the Terenia. Now the Terenia is temporary anyway, and I'm also gonna do something there. All right, so let me get let me get planting and I'll come back. All right, here we are. That was a lot more complicated than I thought. So as you can see, boy, those tiger lilies were just a lot bigger than I thought they were. So I just squeezed them in there, as you can see. Here's the hellebore. I think there's enough room there, but wow. I actually had to prune a little bit to make sure the Terenia is all right. I might have to move one anyway, as I'll get back to that later, okay? And the one in the back too, geez, it's kind of spread out. So we'll see what happens here. Now I didn't want to do this because it scares me, but I actually transplanted the euchera. It was over here and it was just too close, even if I trimmed it. So I gently dug it up and cut the dirt and moved it over. I hope it's okay. That's a little better spot for it, all right? It's by the Jack Frost and we still got plenty of room, okay? So I think we're okay here. Let's see how this comes in. I don't know, I just planted it. It's a little droopy. Let's give it a little time to perk up. Just an update, the Jack Frost, I'm thrilled. Look at this, man. It's got new leaves starting. Same there, same there. And when I read online, it said, this isn't gonna do a lot at first because it spends time establishing roots. And apparently that's been what it's doing. Now this, I had to laugh when I saw this, okay? Look at this. Right in the corner here. Apparently, and that's obviously a Jack Frost. So apparently a root went under the stones and it came up here. So that's good. It means the roots are indeed spreading. All right. All right. So this is a kind of little tension-filled kind of few days here. I hope, let's see what happens. I hope this stuff takes, and it's pretty full in here. I don't really have room for anything else. I have one other little replacement coming, but that's it. And I'll talk about that next video. All right, I forgot to tell you why I chose this, okay? So the reason I put that there is because the hellebore will actually bloom very early in the year. It's like February to March. I read there could even be snow on the ground and this thing is blooming. It's unbelievable. But in contrast, the Toad Lilies are the latest blooming perennial. So those aren't gonna bloom until September or October. So this way we'll have a nice little, you know, we'll have the hellebore early, the Indian patience, and some of the annuals will fill in a little bit. And then we'll get the toad lily later on, and I'm really excited. I hope this works to see how this flower is. It looks great, but we'll see. It's also a little windy, I noticed today. I hope I don't come out tomorrow and find everything blown off, but we'll find out.